Group, how do you sum up the night?
Well, I thought we were much improved with the ball. We've created some good openings, and at the moment, you know, it's hard work for us. We're not quite getting that break in front of goal. I thought the boys that came on had a really good impact on the game, and you know, we've had the discipline to keep a clean sheet, which has ended up meaning we top the group. So I understand some reactions, but it's a strange environment we're playing in.
Were you aware at all of the result in the other game? Did that influence at all what was happening here?
Well, we wanted to win the game, as you saw from the changes we made. We put attacking players on the pitch, so we only really looked at the result in the other game right at the end.
How do you sum up the impact that Cole Palmer made? Because he did bring something different.
He did, very good. You know, he finds space well. He's got lovely techniques. He's calm, and yeah, I mean, you actually really fancied him when he got that chance at the end.
Yeah, Kobbie Mainoo had said he'd been itching to get on. He had Kobbie, but also Cole too. These guys have been impressing for you in training.
Yeah, they have. They're obviously really young players, so we're balancing blooding them in a difficult environment, but they had a really good impact when they came on, and they used the ball really well for us.
Well, did you see that fearlessness as well in the move near the end when Kobbie creates and Cole might have won it?
Yeah, no, it's Anthony Gordon, Kobbie, Cole. It was a really good move. So that's what we have to, you know, we have to build on that. There were lots of things that we can build on from tonight.
It gives you a bit to think about in terms of your selection.
Yeah, of course, but that's good. You know, we need that. We've tried a couple of different things, and as I said, I thought the players that came on used the ball very well.
Is there still a question for you in midfield about that balance, that part of the team?
Well, it depends which way we want to go. You know, tonight we started with Connor, who presses well, and I thought we did that better at the start of the game. We then felt Cobbie's ability to move the ball through the pitch was going to be helpful, which he did. So, yeah, look, I don't think we were going to go from where we were to winning 3-4-0. It's not realistic in the intensity of the game that we had, but you know, there was a lot of things that I was very pleased with.
Is it realistic, though, for England to go from this performance to the level you're going to need to go further, much further in the tournament? How close do you feel you are?
We have to take a step at a time, you know. Tonight was an improvement. We've got to improve to win in the next round, clearly. But we have topped the group, and that was the objective at the start.
You're aware as well that being top of this group means you avoid the other half now, and it's a heavyweight half. Spain, Germany, Portugal, France on the other side.
Yeah, look, it's irrelevant. We've got to play well, and whoever we play is going to be a really tough game. So yeah, we shouldn't be seduced by which half of the draw.
But do you leave here more confident than you were 5 days ago?
Yeah, definitely. You know, so many things are starting to come together. We had a lot of issues coming into the tournament. I think the likes of Mark Gurhey and the way the defence have played has been a huge positive and something to build on. And today we looked more dangerous. We had a good impact from our subs. We've got to just now convert those chances.
Thank you, Gareth.
Thanks, Gabriel.
So it's really a question to a head coach, and Roy and Gary, you've been head coaches as through. Now, here is a date for you then. Sunday, we will bring you here on ITV1 and STV, the last 16 England game live. Sunday afternoon, we're on air at 3:30, kick-off at 5 o'clock. England will play, well, there's several people they could play at this juncture. Maybe the Netherlands, or any team in Group E, or three of the teams in Group F. There's a third-place team, and those teams in those groups, it's still very, very much up for grabs. It could be the Dutch, or it could be any of those 7 other teams. We'll find out this time tomorrow. And here is John Stones with Gabriel Clark.
John, England through as group winners. That's the very good news from tonight.
Yeah.
How'd you sum it up?
I think we all wanted to win. But the objective was to top the group, and we've done that, so I'm extremely pleased. It's not always going to be an easy road. And it's not always going to be easy when we've got everyone's got a target on our back to beat us. 2 clean sheets out of 3, a great positive for us to take away into the next stage. And I thought a lot of improvement from the other 2 games. We tried to play more free-flowing. I thought we did that, found people in the pockets, created more chances. I believe it's another step in the right direction. I can obviously understand some of the fans' frustration with us not scoring or taking chances. That's football, and you know we left everything out there, and it's not never an easy game.
Do you think we see as well flashes? Gordon coming on late, Palmer coming on.
Yeah.
These are players who potentially are now going to play a key role as England look to be better in the final third.
Yeah, 100%. They made a great impact today. Credit to them, you know, it's not easy coming away and not getting as much game time as they want and coming on and having the attitude that they have every day in training. It's a great spirit around us, and yeah, to come in and especially Cole create some great chances for us. Had one at the end. I'm sure he'll be frustrated with that. He didn't do it better, but yeah.
How close do you feel it is to clicking, to England getting to the level you're going to need to be at?
Yeah, very. I think we've got to focus on us and what we can control, and that's being harsh with ourselves over these next few days about the game, what we could have done better and learning. But I feel we took a step in the right direction. Not the result that we wanted, but you know, I think. As I said, I'm so pleased that we topped the group.
And topping the group means you're in the different half of the draw now, to Spain, to Germany, to Portugal. That's how significant it was tonight. Were you aware of that equation?
No, I think we just, not me personally, I'm sure the others did. Just looking at it on the screen there, we topped the group, and you know, I'm a big believer of we've got to beat whoever is put in front of us. No matter who we play, we've got to believe now and keep moving forward, and we've got to step up when it counts. And you know, I'm sure we'll work hard on that this week. We're in training. We're looking forward to the next stage.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, mate.
1-2s, you know, he's a progressive player. You know, he wants to get forward. He wants to create something. You know, I'm starting to think. You know, I saw a stat about Kieran Trippier being our second most productive player, touches and passes. I'm feeling, are we going to get Palmer into the team if that's the case? And if that's the case, with our naturally left-sided Saka is, maybe can you put Saka at the left back and put Palmer on the right-hand side, simply because we need to get some balance and get some fluidity in the game.
What is it that a coach loves about Cole Palmer?
Just exactly what the lads, every time he's got the ball, he's looking to eliminate oppositions. Yeah, so whether that's individual players or lines of the opposition, every one of his incursions takes somebody out of the game. And that, when you have a player like that, irrespective of how the opposition is set up in a defensive sense, he will always find that gap, he will always find those spaces. And
so he is that disruptor, is he? Then? Yeah, he moves the pieces
because
around the board.
His first thought is, how can I eliminate one of the opposition or a line of the opposition? And those kind of players are rare. And I said before the game...
Talents, huge talents, and we really can't mishandle these talents. We really will regret it. I think Gareth will as well. So I think, look, all I would say ahead of Sunday is that these lads are there staring him in the face now. They've come on in the second half. They've improved us enormously. There are the best technical players, the players who look the most comfortable on the ball.
News, England topped the group. It was hard tonight, but you finished in terms of the group where you wanted to.
Yeah, no, that was the aim before the start of the tournament. Come top in the group and control our own destiny, and that's what we've done. You know, tonight was a tough game. I thought we played a lot better than the other two games. A lot more energy, a lot more, better on the ball. We just couldn't find that final pass, that final finish. But look, it's tough games. You know, all these games are going to be difficult. Now we recover well. We enjoyed at the top of the group, and then we look forward to the next one.
What was missing in terms of the final third?
Yeah, just that final bit of quality, that final pass, final finish. Or the cross, you know, we just don't quite have it there today. But, you know, we created some half chances, and we had one towards the end there that we could have maybe done better. But, yeah, overall they defended well, and they made it hard for us.
Did we see glimpses of what might be possible? Palmer, very late on, Gordon coming in and influencing things? I
think, yeah, look, the boys who come on done really well. They kept the energy high, brought a different type of dimension to the game, and that's what we need. We need all the players chipping in whenever they get minutes. And that's what they've done so far.
You'll agree, I think it's going to have to be a lot better in the knockout phase. How close do you think the team are to clicking?
Yeah, I think, look, these games are tough. These games are really, really tough. And, you know, we've been here before. We've been into the knockouts, and we've stepped it up in the knockouts when we've got there in the past tournaments. So hopefully we can do the same. But whoever we get in the next round now, it's going to be another difficult game. It might take extra time. It might take penalties. That's the reality of this tournament. It's going to be a difficult challenge ahead, but you know, we have more than enough ability in this team to keep pushing, and yeah, we just look forward to the next round.
Group C has not been a group full of goals at all. Nobody's scored 2 goals in a single game yet, and both games this evening are 0-0. So as things stand, England are still going to go through as group winners, and Slovenia, at the moment, are going to go through in second. The other game is 0-0 between Denmark and Serbia, which is being played in Munich. You can see the table there. And you can't kid people at home. It wasn't very inspiring. Why wasn't it?
Thanks for the easy one to start with. Look, I think we spoke a lot about intensity and tempo. Now, there's 2 ways to do that in a football field, and one is without the ball, and I think that's the way sort of England set up today, to be really aggressive with the press. The problem is they've had more of the ball, and then you need to create the enemies with the ball, and their best moments is when they've moved the ball quickly, they've gone using Roy's line, they've played the 1-2s, they've gone through. The rest of the time, the ball movement's just been way too slow.
They've had 70% of the ball, but that's one thing. You've got to be...
Does possession win your football matches?
No, exactly.
It doesn't. They just need to quicken the play up. They need to be braver with some of their passing, a bit slow, a bit sloppy. The one bit of good play we saw, well, obviously the goal was this low, when they just quickened up and speed things up, and it obviously runners, they just need to do more of that. It's as simple as that. But also be careful at the end, because, listen, Slovenia are no mugs. They've been neat and tidy going forward, so it's up to Garrett now. Does he stick or twist? Because at the moment they top the group.
Why would they be playing that slow? They know it's better playing quicker. Why would it be that they're not?
I think sometimes you just get comfortable in the possession. It's just little details, as how the pace of your pass to somebody, it's behind somebody, pass it in front of somebody, and when you get the strikers or shown for you, be brave enough to be brave enough to lose the ball. It's just taking the safety option every time.
OK, you've got a couple of examples of where it's been going wrong.
Only once you get it, you need the movement. Obviously, you need the movement up front. You need, obviously, to be brave on the ball to pass it in there. When you look at this situation, yes, Kieran's gone inside and then Phil comes in, but you still need some more movement. Maybe that ball could have gone into Jude there. You know, you've got Connor trying to make a move, and then once it comes back here, you know, Harry Umberly come across quicker. But when you see Mark, he's looking for something. When you look, can he come in that where the referee space is, pass that ball into there, maybe get someone off him? You can see Jude looking in there. It doesn't go in there, and then you see, then you see Harry. He'll come in, and.
But sometimes the man in possession of the ball can dictate that. No, righty, can we make the point? There's not enough movement. But sometimes if you're in possession, you play the ball, you try and make somebody run. And next time what happens, goes, listen, I need a runner. You need runners. You force it for a man on the ball. And Garrett must be frustrated.
Yeah. But what we're watching there is just a collection of single passes. Each player gets it and then works out what they're going to do next. There's no real sort of inbuilt patterns that they really do it, to be fair, off the cuff.
So that they know what they're going to do before they get it.
International football, sometimes that can happen through familiarity, but you just need, obviously, to work on that. And we look really basic. Honestly, we look really basic, and it's sad because I think we're better than that. I think the players out there are better than that, but I also think the players that we've got on the bench are better than that from a technical
And I know this was
perspective.
offside, it looks like slim pickings, but an example of what can happen when you do play it quickly.
This was a nice move, and you're always going to get potentially a nice move. Obviously, Phil Foden's offside, but you look at that piece of football, it's a single piece of football that worked on that particular occasion. Good pass from Declan Rice. It's not the easiest pass in the world to get the weight of that right as it's been fizzed into him. But obviously, it was offside. But you know, we do look quite basic, and that's a problem.
So, would you be saying to them, you're going to have to maybe gamble a little bit, and on occasions you will lose possession, but that doesn't matter because playing this way, you're never going to open them up?
Well, I think there does need to be some provocation of the opposition. You either do that with, like I said, with running, which is the way this team. I think the midfield setup is not there for them to be able to play that kind of football because all 3 players, Declan, Connor and Jude, kind of play the same way in terms of their passing. You need somebody creative in there who's prepared maybe to gamble in one sense, but also has the vision and the clarity of thought to say, well, before I receive this ball, it's going forward. And then that provokes movement from guys further up.
OK, plenty for Gareth Southgate to be contemplating at half-time with the second half coming up. Before that, if you want to win a trip to Berlin for the final itself, take a look at...
20 مشاهدة ضربني في هذا من 6
ضربني 3 بلوكي والحالة صاحبي يحطوا اسماعيل هذا عمد صاحبي شو ما يقول على بس وحطوا اسماعيل هذا صاحبي ما عمد مسكين
شو قلت مالك؟ هاجي انا كنسمعك شي جينا نهضر معايا هاجي بشويه وقفي ومعنا نهضر ما هضرتش معاك واجي نقول لك ما هضرتش معاك غنسولك واحد السؤال وقول لي اش شكون اللي كيشري لك الشكلاط ديما شكون قول لي انايا ياك شكون اللي كيديك لابلاج شكون اللي كيشري لك بيكالا بيسيكليت شكون خوتينات شكون ولا مابقاش كيهضر معاك انا شكون غيشري لك يا راجل تصالحوا ماشي غير تصالحوا دابا الطابليت فينا هي تالفه ندير لك في التلفازه فاش تلقاوها تفرجي فيها شبالك اتفقنا
ارجو
فاش تجي مامي نوضو نقلبو على الطابليت صافي باش تفرجي على التلفاز يا ربوسي يا ربوس يا راسي لا كنسمعك يا راسي ديك سكت
نضربو يقول لك حقرتي عليه
انت ما فوقت معايا
دارات
قال لك انا قلت لهم انا نعاونو ولكن ما نصرف
مشيتي
باش تعاوني ما صرفتي
عرفتي اخو عرفتي الطريقه باش كدوي جابت لي التقيه اقسم بالله كانت عزيزه عليا في دوك الفيديوهات اللي كانت تجي في الاول
الاستاذ
مع دوك الدراري الصغار ودوك اللعيبات
غبغات
خرجت على راسها هكاك ما كنتش كاع تجي داك الاخر اما قاطع غلط في تيك توك ولا انستغرام
باش تعرف هي مسطانه هذاك اللي دايره مسطانه 100% باش تمشي
ما تعرف جات تمايت باش دير البوز بديك الطريقه
لا ما يطيحش عليها الطريقه دير البث اي واحد يقول هكا يقول ما يديرش البث تعال
واش هضرتي كتقال صاحبي هادشي بيك التقيه ولكن سي نورمال حيت معلمه سي نورمال
ما كيفاش نعاونو ما نصرف
لا
بلا تدخل في كومونتير
واش فاش
قال لي واش الدار وتشري ديك سميتها ديك الحكاكات ما عطيتها
قال الاخر حشومه خاصك تشري لها باطيشه بعدا
واش شتي كاع فاش خسرتها قالت لك لا ما نديرش وادخل مني الصالي ولا بحالي الصالي هكا هو
يا والله ما كيتفرق حياتهم
عطيو 30 عام عطيو 30 عام تيولوا ميمات
لا لو كيوصلوا امي مات دابا امي مات ولا تتبع من الاخر من 27 طاطال
كانت واحد المعلمه عند ماما كتقول لها ما كرهتك واحد كيما كان يتزوج بيه غير ولد ويمشي لها بغا صافي
صافي بغاتي الاخر بغات الاخر الشعور ديال الامومه
هذا كتقول عيشه معاهم حمار اصاحبي واش تخرب كتجلس معاها كتجلس مع صاحبتك كتقول لها يخ اجا هذاك خونا والله خصني نحضر راسي منه خصني نقاد او مونتي قد جالس ويدير منك اتونسيون
وحق الله هو كتولي تيجيب لي من الله بحال انت هو العدو اقسم بالله
جالس ودير منك اتونسيون ما نقدرش نعيش بحال هكا ما يمكنش بس جالس منكري منك عندك نخلص 50 درهم وغطي يقول لي تهلاي شي عندك
صافي خليهم يربيو المشاش
لا
يجيو خير المشاش
هذا ما طيح على فما واخا تفكر لا في الفلوس لا والو
لا والو كطيح على فما وكيجي شي راجل امها الثالثي كيقاد لها الخدمه نهات كتولي هي تعطي ودو ما تخليه ما تجي عاد الله هي يبقى تخرج معاه سالكه
علاش الطريق
كاين شي وحدين اللي شي دراري اللي احترافيين ويصبغوا لها الهباله والداخل على يصبغوا لها الهباله هي طيح في التبكه صافي الزعوانوج احنا مازال داويين
كوزينتك
اين كوزينتك وعرفتي وراه توصل كيلومتر
قال اخونا دابا انت خدامه وما غتصرفي ما خدامه لا ما تخدميش نيشان
المشكله ما فهمتش انا واحد القضيه هذه كيفاش خلي هذا كيفاش انت كيفاش انا خدام وانت خدامه وانا نخلص وانت تسكني فابور
ماشي لوجيك
كيدير هاد اللوجيك هذا قول لنا كيدير هاد اللوجيك والله الا هاد لابيطه ديال اللوجيك خصني نمشي نخلي لها طابور بالله واش هادي ماشي وجه اسماعيل
لا
والله ما كتحشم اقسم بالله انا دلاهيه
واش انا
كنديرو نفس الحاجه
قال هذاك واش انا نخدم ولا نصرف عليه
لا خلا كبو قال لك واش نصرف على شي وحده ما كتجيني والو
لا ما خداماش عادي ونحقها. إلا ما كانتش خدامة ونحقها عادي ما خداماش ربات كويس ما كاين حتى شي مشكل بالعكس أحسن حاجة في العالم. ما كاينش جوج خدامين التعاون أصاحبي.
ودي الفلوس ماشي هما كلشي تنقولو ماشي هما ضاويين ولكن ماشي هما كلشي. يجيب لك الله واحد قطعة من نفس الصالح وما هو اللي صف ولكن يخير امك ضربو ولا يجي لك بضان يتزوج بك وبعصونا الشوي يطلق
ولا يجي
يقول قضية مقتولة
ولا يكون مبلي ولا يكون مبلي ديما يجيناش
قضية مقتولة. من خرج لديك الزيف ما يقول اللي شاف الزيف وهناك صراحة احترمها صاحبي انايا.
والله حتى كان كيعجبني الفيديوهات ديالها بالله.
صاحبي كتقول تنقول شو
خصوصا فاش كتضحك مع دوك الدراري الصغار وكتعجبني يا خويا لا
كان مصطفى بناوي يخطبها.
مصطفى صاحبي اش نقول لك
الفيديوهات ديالها خويا
يعجب من طرف واحد.
والله الا عجب.
اول حاجة تسولتو شحال الصالير ديالك؟
ما بقاش يهضر معاه صاير هنا سالت هضره.
تقول لي واش
شوف مصطفى سولوا له اي حاجه في حياته الا الصالح سولوا اللي بغيتي تقول له شحال كتعرف ما بقاش يجاوبك.
قول لي قول لي الصالي واش قبل 21 فطر ولا بعد 21 فطر؟
واش باليوتيوب ولا بلا يوتيوب؟
اما انت واسماعيل تبقى كيسولها كل ساعه تقول لي واش بالفيتنام ولا
واش داير انا مال زهير اللي صريح زهير كي
والتامين هذا سمعوا تصبر قدامنا
زهير طارق ديكلاري كلشي.
الله لا ديكلاري كلشي اوبر ماين
بالصفر هذا بالصفر لو كنت ديما تكون مقتوله وانت جالس في الصباح هذا بابجي
والله
تسدوك القنوات انت كاع حالفه بقى في بابجي.